Start of a new season, start of a new CAMRA, Mayu.
That's right.
Start off actually by saying thanks to everyone that contributed to this, because obviously during the course of the season it will make a big difference. It won't actually sound like I'm sounding like Chinese, we've got to cut after 3 or 4 minutes. We will be able to go all the way through, and hopefully supporters will be able to contribute as well in terms of interviews that we'll do. We hope to do 1 or 2 new things for next season, and really, so if you see me and Mayu around with the camera, we'll have We Are The Rangers Boys logos, and feel free to make comments on games and things like that. We're going to make it more friendly, user friendly on the We Are The Rangers Boys website. Now today's news, as we were filming this, I do believe the club have signed at last Kasper Gorkas from Blackpool on a 3-year contract, and that means that Raymond goes to Blackpool on loan, and also Nardello is been signed by Blackpool as well. The idea behind the loan for Raymond is very much from a permanent point of view, but they obviously want to see if he's good enough, or indeed whether they feel as if he will have a first team place. So 2 players going up north. I can add, and I can't say who it is, but someone else will be going further south on Monday or Tuesday of next week, and there's a possibility that another midfielder as well is on his way out, but it's not for me to say. That all goes on the official website and there's no names. The other speculation was in relation to a Real Madrid star who we believe will sign on loan next week sometime, probably Tuesday, and I can feel free to say that because obviously it's been on Sky Sports News, BBC websites, and I can tell you a little more about him in as much that it's a deal that Flavio Bottori has been on for 6 to 8 weeks, and he feels that this kid is going to be really good. So hopefully we do get him on board. He has something to do with a tournament over the weekend, and then he should sign. Obviously the relationship that our board members have with the Real Madrid people make a big difference, and I would suspect this may not be the first player that we get from Real Madrid, but a very good player nevertheless. That does mean that our interest in Watson, as far as I know, has waned. I don't think that Watson will be coming to QPR, although stranger things have happened. I think it's fair to say that Birmingham City are the favourites, although Nottingham Forest have also shown an interest as well. But with the amount of midfielders that we have, I would say that it's very unlikely now that we go for Watson. We are eyeballing a striker from the Premiership, and again cannot divulge any names, but he is potentially a 20-goal a season player. The deal with Evans, that was always happening, whether supporters believe me or not, it was always on the cards. He now will stay at Manchester City to at least the end of August, but if we don't go for this, if we don't get the striker that we're hoping for, then we may go back to use in relation to Ched Evans, because we do believe that Man City won't be playing him first team football that much come the start of the season. We are after a left winger, but again cannot divulge too much information at the moment. Now we are looking to sponsor a player next year. We did put that up a couple of weeks ago, and we are hoping to sponsor Kasper Gorkas. So if anyone's interested, please visit We Are The Rangers Boys. I think what that means is, it doesn't mean necessarily that your name is a sponsorship of that player, but the kit or the socks or the shorts will have We Are The Rangers Boys. So I think that's how it works. So any contribution towards that will be great. QPR Barnsley, first game of the season next week. We expect that to be almost a sellout. There are not many tickets left, which reminds me, mate, I'm going to have to get you a ticket for that big game, because they are expecting a near sellout. There will be some restrictions in certain areas of the ground because of what's happening, I do believe, especially at the away end. So, the place where we went a couple of weeks ago, it was an absolute tip. There's a lot been done in the 2 weeks, but there are 1 or 2 things that still need to be done. We Are The Rangers Boys website is going to get a complete sort of overhaul. The front homepage is going to look so much better, all for the benefit of supporters. And we started a year ago, and we now really want to progress it through the start of the next season. We do also hear that Swindon QPR is a sellout, but we do also know that Swindon are likely to increase the capacity for that game, even though they're quite guarded at the moment on how many. And that's because only 2 sides of the ground at the county ground is planned to be opened. But I would suspect that we may get a little bit more than the 500. Connolly's injury, as everyone knows, well, may or may not know, is not serious, and he could well play on Saturday, and Gorkas should play from the start on Saturday as well. That's when we play Chievo. That's about it. Pete's Latest will become a regular format every week. Next week we hope to have a sort of phone in a couple of days before the start of the season, so any fans' participation is welcome. That's about it. Thanks very much for tuning on to wearetherangersboys.com.